Hello, everybody. Once again, controllers and katanas are at your door. I'm Martin, aka Mario Cool, here with Ian, aka Relic. And look what Ian's doing. He's showing off our t-shirts.
The new merch.
T-shirts. If you can see that.
This is our betrayal tee. Merch in the description.
Yeah, so get your hands on him. I'm going to come back today with a new podcast for you. So I'm going to kick it off with some news. And Ian's got some beautiful news for you.
Oh, I'll tell you what. I've had a post day today, mate. Volume 1 of Kagurabashi, mate. Pre-ordered it about 2 months ago, pal. It's just landed, mate. Just landed. Freshy. Freshy.
You're not going to smell the pages, like, when you get a new book, you smell the inside of it. That fresh.
Oh, yeah. Oh, mate, check this out. The artwork's pretty sick in this, mate. I'm not going to lie. Sheesh, mate.
That's the picture you put up on
the
short,
boy.
That is sick, to be fair. I hope they do an anime of that.
Oh, they will do, mate. They have to. Apparently it's sold like 1 million copies so far. Something like that. Which is big stuff, mate. I know the Japanese absolutely love it. But, yeah, that's pretty big, that is, in my opinion. So, yeah, some good reading for me to come ahead.
You'd be lost to the world, mate. Just looking at that book, mate. Ooh.
That's it, mate. But talking about anime, I got 2 anime-related news bits this week.
Yeah.
One thing which has got me a little bit worried. There's a report that a Demon Slayer live action is in the works with Netflix. There's only 2 things this can do. It can either go absolutely train wreck terribly wrong, or it can be just next level absolutely amazing. So Netflix has done a pretty good job of the One Piece one, so I'm hoping if they do it, and it is a real report, that it actually does work out pretty well. I think with Demon Slayer, it's very, very visual, so I can't imagine it being easy to do, because the CGI cost on Demon Slayer live action's got to be astronomical, mate. Like, it's got to be unbelievable, hasn't it?
What if it turns out like Dragon Ball Z?
Oh, Dragon Ball Evolution. Legendary.
I've not watched it, but I know it's terrible.
I watched it. I went to the cinema to see it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
back in the day. Back in the day, mate.
You had high hopes you come out cinema like that. That was crap.
Honestly, me and my mates came out and were literally laughing, mate. It was so funny. Other anime-related news is Death Note. There's a Death Note Among Us style game that's just released, I think, like a couple of days ago. It's called Death Note Killer Within. It's like an online social deduction game. Like, there's up to 10 players, I think you can have on it. You basically get split into 2 teams, and you get different objectives. And to win the game, you have to basically figure out each other's identities and either eliminate L, obviously who threatens Kira's power, or seize the Death Note. So that's like the objective. It's like a proper detective type thing. I've not really seen much gameplay on it, but I can't imagine it being like revolutionary or anything. But I just saw it. I thought I'd mention it. I'll check it out at some point, innit?
What I want to do if it's a Death Note, you just like find out the characters' names in the lobby. Like, I'll just write the guy's name down the book.
Get the Death Note and smirk everyone off.
You just see like a skull next to his name. Oh, he's gone, mate. He's gone. But
this is not a bottle of wee, by the way.
Yeah, I've been teasing him before we came on podcast that he went to the local hospital and got a bottle of pee.
Got a load of samples for the podcast, didn't I? Proper sicko, man.
What's that fresh dark urine there?
Who's the most dehydrated patient you have?
Like a big survey. Like.
I've got some exciting news here as well. Okay. There's a new Godzilla movie in the works. But here's the thing, mate. It's going to be directed, written, and all the visual effects will be Takashi Yamazaki, mate, who did the -1 movie.
Oh, such a good film.
And if I'm honest with you, that's probably, in my opinion, that is probably it's probably the best Godzilla movie out there.
Yeah.
Got to be one of. I
remember growing up, obviously, that Matthew Broderick one came out, and it was all right, but when you watch -1, you'd be like, yeah, sod Matthew Broderick, mate. Get this new -1 film on we go.
Sod Matty Brothers, mate. He's a nobody.
Right, I've got some random news this week. So, remember the legend Christopher Lee? Apparently, days before he died, or one of the last things he did while he was alive, he watched Lord of the Rings. Obviously, he plays Saruman in that. And I thought, yeah, this guy's got some good taste, you know. Listen to the whole Lord of the Rings, or watching the whole Lord of the Rings trilogy. And if any of you have heard any of his music, it's that kind of rock music with his powerful voice in the background. It's terrible, but it's on YouTube, so check it out. It's funny. Also, with the Black Friday coming up, we have Final Fantasy 16. Obviously, I'm a big Final Fantasy fan. Final Fantasy 16 has dropped in price, ready for you guys to swoop in and buy it. I don't know what price it's at, but it's at the lowest price apparently now, so there's your chance. And also, Ian's ready for this one. Mass Effect TV series is being made, but also Amazon are doing it again. So I've only got one thing to say. Please get a good director, get some good writers who've actually played the games and understand the universe, and then we're good because
they just any single adaptation of any video game ever, they just need to simply follow what Fallout did. That's all they need to do.
Yeah.
Do what Fallout did, and you'll be spot on. Trust me, like you're gonna be good.
Yeah, because obviously they got a good director for Fallout, which was Christopher Nolan. Sorry, not Christopher Nolan, Jonathan Nolan, which is Christopher Nolan's brother. So that's it. Just get a good director, get people who actually know the game, play the game, know the universe. I'm not trying to force stupid things in it, but just follow what's already there and make a good TV series. And I've got high hopes for it, but we'll see what happens. Amazon, isn't it? So
it's always
over to them.
It's just a matter of all fingers, legs, toes, everything crossed into it, just in hopes that it's actually all right, because it's normally just not.
Yeah,
it's normally just
we'll
not.
We'll see what happens. I mean, Fallout, it turned out really good. So
yeah, that was awesome. That was very good.
And it was on our podcast, wasn't it? And we loved it. They still didn't have any bags, though, did they? They didn't have any carrier bags.
Nah, no Tesco's there, mate.
All been blown up, mate. By the bomb.
No bag for life there, pal.
What do you want to start with first? Anime? Or
I think
shows?
Blue Lock first.
Blue Lock. You know what? Blue Lock this week.
Decent,
I enjoyed
mate.
it.
Do you know why it was good? Do you know what?
Now you know that Martin Reyes did it the first 5 episodes.
Well, right. So here's the thing, right? I've got a bit to say about this, but this was the best episode. But what didn't happen in this episode? Any football.
Yeah.
There was no football. As like a conversational, like dialogue anime, it's absolutely awesome because the voice actors are good. The dialogue's usually pretty good, and the stills in terms of like the art style, because the character designs, to say it's just a football anime, they've done so well on the character designs. All the characters pretty much look fairly unique, and the coloration and the art, like the actual drawing and stuff, and the art of it is fantastic. So
great to watching, great to look at, great to watch.
Yeah. So this was probably the best episode so far.
But yeah, even though there wasn't any football in, some like massive things were announced, weren't
Yeah.
they?
Oh yeah, it was a brilliant episode.
Pushing forward. We're kind of pushing forward with
Well,
things.
that's what I'm saying. Because this episode didn't have any football in, you could enjoy it more for the lack of animation, because you didn't need it to be heavily animated or anything. So this episode worked really, really well. So
want to start us off with this one?
Oh yeah. Well, the first thing that happens is Rin's basically just about to get curb stomped, isn't he?
Yeah, he gets right knee to the face, doesn't he?
He gets battered, mate. And then that Shiba, or whatever his name is, Shido, he just gets electrocuted because apparently they've got like built-in tasers in the suit, anti-riot measures or something, bro. No wonder it costs a fortune. This Blue Lock, man.
But then the tryouts are over now. All the results are in, and everyone's wondering: are they on the team? Are they not? What's cracking off? Doors open up.
Big ego.
The main man, Big Ego, steps out. First of all, why has he got Crocs on?
Legend.
I was thinking, how's that one?
It's comfy, mate. That's his house, isn't it? That's his house, isn't it?
I hate Crocs on.
They're basically slippers, man. They're in his house, let's be honest. He lives there, doesn't he? Let's be fair. It's like Gordon, bro.
what I loved about this is like the dream team was announced, or the main team.
It is the
Obviously,
dream team, to be fair.
Yeah, it is the dream team. Yeah, everyone else is going to be subs, even though they're upset. So I've got a list of people.
Just
Are you gonna say
quickly,
no?
right? No, I have not. Yes, I did actually. I have.
Well, mate.
I wrote a note
Yeah.
down. I paused it and wrote a note down just before anything happened. So you got Isigi thinking because he scored. Obviously, he's like, right, I scored. I have a chance. I have a chance to get in. I've scored a goal. There's quite a lot of people that haven't scored, etc. Blah blah.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, the way I'd be looking at it, I'd be looking at players who provided turnovers, for example, who've managed to get the ball, get it back to the attack on the defence. Anyone who's had some
mate.
good defending, some good assist. Try and make a full team, but you realise, obviously, from watching the show, Ego doesn't actually care about that. He just wants egotistic people, doesn't he? He wants people with egos. He just wants top class, world class strikers to create a full team of strikers, basically, doesn't he? To be heavily attacking. And my hardest part would be whether this is what I wrote down. Would be whether you want Rin and Shido on at the same time, or would you need to bench at least one at the time? And obviously, if you did bench one, it would be Shido, not Rin, because Rin's a lot obviously less aggressive in terms of he's not trying to batter everyone. Do you know what I mean?
I'm trying to curb some the rivals.
And then my instant note, okay, never mind. Ego only cares about goals.
Yeah, so this dream team is announced. I wrote literally every character down.
Do you know who I'm the most happiest for?
And
And he's in goal.
Oh yeah. Well,
Gagamaru, mate.
Yeah, let's announce them one at a time.
Yeah,
so,
you go.
Number one is Rin, a man of destruction. Just what the team needs. So Ego's idea was all the other players are like bullets to escalate his destruction. So he's the main man. He'd be like the captain, wouldn't he? Then we have Gagamoro. He's the goalkeeper. Legend, mate.
Legend.
And why is he in goal? Because his reactions and his body springs into different positions, and he's a perfect candidate.
Mate,
he is called the guardian of the team.
The bloke's put his body on the line every single game, man. He deserves that spot. He does. He deserves it, mate.
Yeah, he's in his place, hasn't he? Then we've got Juby and Nico, who's the centre backs.
Yeah, I call him long-haired glam man as well.
L'Oreal man, isn't it?
Yeah, and Iki or whatever his name is.
Yeah, so these two are the centre backs. L'Oreal man has got his height and his reach. Nico has a sharp mind for stealing ball and reading the field. So they're in. Boom. Chickadee and Batterer, full backs. So they'll be darting up the flanks.
They're two of our boys. Get in.
Yeah. So we've got Chickadee who's got speed. Batterer's got the skills. Do you wanna? Have you got the list as well?
Yeah, CDM, centre defensive mid, mate. Who we got? Tabito. He's rapid, mate, basically, isn't he? He's rapid. He can get from one end to the other. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, mate.
He's the assassin, money.
The assassin, yeah. Then we got, is it Aita and Kenyu on the wings? Arman Nagy's, of course, in. Legend. And the last piece of the puzzle is the way they describe this. And mate, I saw Isigi literally get an erection and ejaculate when he was called the last piece of the puzzle. Because our man Isigi, he loves a puzzle piece, doesn't he, man? He's mad for a jigsaw.
That was you saw, though, wasn't it?
I was on the wrong website, man. But
what's this?
he bigs Isigi up, doesn't he? He's the only person he could figure out that's compatible with Rin.
But them two.
So yeah,
Nagy and Isigi working together in midfield.
They already work so good, mate, don't they? Already. And then they've got Rin, and then obviously you see this little thing where it's like, essentially Rin's there, and everyone else has just got an arrow pointing to him. Like everyone just get the ball to him and let him finish, basically.
But what a team! What a team!
Loads of people are fuming, though, aren't they? Let's be honest.
Yeah, but I think like the fuming, but obviously they're going to be subs, aren't they?
Yeah.
Thinking back to the Nagy film at the end, when Nagy goes on the field, obviously Ryu makes it like friends with him again. But obviously Ryu's wearing the jacket, but he's got his kit on, so he's a sub.
He's got to be sub. Yeah, I thought I wondered if he would like a manager type role as well. because he's quite good at reading plays and stuff, isn't he? And he seems to know what he's on about.
He's got some dollar as well, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's rich as fuck. Ego has also thought about Shido and Rin on them, obviously on the same pitch, and can't risk a red card. He goes into it, which is fair. And then you get this scene, don't you, where Ego's got Shido locked up in a basement like a stray dog, mate, with a muzzle on, literal Hannibal Lecter.
Hannibal Lecter.
It's like, why is it that bad? I want to see. Where's the missing scene? Why has he got a muzzle? Is he trying to bite him or something, bro? Because I won't put it past Shido, mate. He's mental, isn't he? He's absolutely mental. However,
this is the twist, wasn't it?
Yeah,
the twist. Yeah.
Rin's brother, Sai. Is it Sai?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Wants Shido on his team. Didn't expect that at all, mate. I literally would never have predicted that's what it would be. So the guy's in on under-20s. He's literally been taken out of Blue Lock. He's now actually on the Japan under-20s team. But
and Shido in the meeting room, doesn't he?
He's calling a bit of grief in there as well.
He's battering people. He's pouncing on people.
He meets his match in there, doesn't he? So there's a guy in there who's like saying like, "Oh, I play for Japan's top league, mate." I'm not being funny. That's like saying that I play for Scunthorpe and bragging like it's, mate. It's just a glorified Sunday league team, innit? Let's be real. Let's be totally honest, right? But yeah, Shido's basically just battered him anyway. And then that defender comes in, doesn't he? And he's like,
he's got two different colour hair, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's like, he actually likes Shido's like, oh, I like you, but then he starts battering him, doesn't he? Yeah. He's like showing him like, mate, just so you know, you're not the boss in here, pal. Trust me, I'll knock you out. Like,
yeah, so some like big lad defenders in it, like coming like, right, I'll sort this guy out, and they're the defensive wall, aren't they, for the under-20s? These big lads who've battered Shido. So
they've got him to worry about now. I am very, very looking forward to seeing the matchup of Rin actually versus Shido. I think this next part now. I think next episode and onwards is officially the under-20s arc. So we should get some good games in. Also, Ego's speech. He's given that full-on speech, isn't he? And literally not one person's cared about it apart from Isagi. He's hanging on every word that man's saying. No one else is even listening to him. It's just Isagi, mate. He's the only person bothered.
Yeah, it's like he talks about the flow, isn't it? Which is the name of the episode. Yeah,
mate. He's got this mad chart up on it. That chart's got way too much information on it. I'm looking at it like, what even is all of that?
It's basically trying to get in between. Was it like boredom
and anxiety? Like
anxiety, stress.
If you're not trying enough, you'll get bored. But if you're trying too much, you'll get anxious and stressed. Essentially. Yeah. So
that sweet
spot in between. Yeah, you get a flow, which I kind of feel like I know what he means by that. To be fair, it's like in times like when you're playing a game, like especially like a multiplayer game. And all of a sudden you do you have like a little sick killing spree or something on it. You're like, what have I just done? Like, I don't even remember doing that. He's just like, I was proper like in the zone.
And you're like, that's flow.
Yeah, that's the flow, bro. That's flow, mate.
Ego was right. That was flow.
That's ego all along, mate.
But yeah, I'm loving where this episode goes, like how it goes, and seeing this team out. It's all announced. Like the dream team was announced. I was like, oh, that's so good, that is. And that was like 10 minutes into it, and then we had all this other stuff, like the twists and stuff coming after, which is really good.
Now, I swear, mate, this bloke apparently single-handedly animated 5 episodes. Now, if episode 6 is also shit, I'm retracting my apology, and there will be a short going up Saturday evening, mate. I tell you right now. If that report is utter dog crap, then I'm going to go full riot mode, and he's going to need to get me in one of them flipping uniforms, mate, with the riot defence measures in to electrocute me.
Yeah.
So
with that muzzle on as well.
Yeah. If it does pick up episode 6, and it is good like season 1, then we're on for a very, very, very good sort of like back end of this season, especially with it being the actual under-20s arc. We should get a lot of games, a lot of dialogue, and we should get to see a little bit more of a couple of new characters which we've not really seen yet. So hopefully we're on a good one, mate. We're on for a good one.
Well, too, like obviously, like looking forward into seasons ahead, like when they become, obviously they become the under-20s, I'm assuming, and then they're facing other teams from around the world. I can't wait to see that.
It'd be so sick, bro. I don't know where it goes. I literally don't know. Apparently the under-20s arc's meant to be like one of the best ones in the Blue Lock manga. So, but I don't know how far the Blue Lock manga's got. I have no idea. I've never read it. So
yeah. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. It said there's 14 episodes in this, so we've got.
Yeah, I think there's 14.
So we've got like another 9 episodes in it.
Yeah, we've got 9. Which should just quite a lot of episodes, really. It's 9 weeks, isn't it? It's nearly 2 months, so.
But don't worry, we've got more anime after that.
Oh, we're planned up till like mid-January, so we've got a lot to come. We've got a lot. We're not planning on slowing down or stopping anytime soon. Hence the merch. I'm saying still.
Just imagine yourself in this.
Imagine it. If I weren't stuck in a corner now, I'd stand up and show you my back.
I think I'm going to do a short for this as well, but like the material as well, very soft.
Decent. Decent.
It just floats on the skin, doesn't it?
Just look how much. Look how jacked it makes you.
We've got a soundboard to do, haven't we?
Yeah, man. Chuck it on right now.
Have you got the additional clue as well? Knocking about.
Oh, mate, I don't. 'Cause it's on my phone.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'll tell you what. I'll hold it up. I'll get it up in a second. I'll hold it up to the camera, innit? I'll do the soundboard now, and I'll get it on phone.
Yeah.
Where's my phone? There it is. Right, this is first sound.
Let me talk to you.
So, for those who are watching on YouTube, we've got an additional clue. You won't need it, but we've got it anyway. And Ian's going to show on his phone to what the actual thing is that we're going to discuss at the end of the episode. So here we go.
Right, people on here can see it.
Down a bit.
I've got it.
There you go. Down a bit.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, the podcast camera could see that, so it's all good.
Yeah.
That's your other clue. That's your visual clue for you watchers, not listeners.
Yeah, but like we said, it's an easy one again. We do look after you. We do leave easy ones, but
we do easy ones because we want you to interact with them. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Like we want to talk to people about stuff. So yeah,
and the good stuff as well. So yeah, we like to pick stuff that we know a lot of people will enjoy as well. And like I say, the interaction would be great as well.
Is encouraged is the word I'd say.
Well, another great anime we are watching is a show called Fire Force, and every episode gets better and better with this one. Shimra, the main character. So Shimra's the same voice as Ego, isn't it, out of Blue Lock as well?
Yeah.
He's both on these animes up. But episode 9 of Fire Force.
All I'm going to say, mate, is fucking knew it, didn't I, mate?
What do you know?
Knew it, mate. Got to rewatch that mental curb stomp from Shimra, and I knew it wouldn't have finished or wrecker, mate. Cheeky bugger.
Yeah. See, when you watch this episode and it like smashes his head into the ground and it explodes, you're like, well, his head must have been blown off, surely.
He's dead.
Still alive, mate. Still alive.
Well, he's lost one of the stars in his eye, though, hasn't he? You know where that's gone, bro.
Probably not whizzing around his head, mate. Like in the old cartoons, isn't it? Where you're whacked on top of the head, mate.
Look like birds and stars around it. But, mate,
yeah, so
Shimra is a powerful youth, isn't he? Absolutely powerful.
I don't think he realised how powerful he is. Like, you know, when he's fighting.
Yeah.
Like
obviously, we learn a little bit about it, don't we, in these next episode or so?
Yeah.
But
mate, so the fight they have, Wrecker and Shimmer when they're fighting, Shimmer's doing some sick roundhouse kicks, isn't he?
So good, mate.
Yes. And then Wrecker gets him like a classic armbar, doesn't he? WWE armbar. And then he like kind of like pulling his arm into it, and then like Shimmer puts the blazers on his feet, doesn't he? Tries to burn his face off. And then there's like key exchanging blows, and Tamaki's obviously still there. She sees Shimmer can hold his own, and then I remember this bit of a scene where he notices the bug in the vial that he's got on him. He sees it trying to go back to Shimra. And then we find out that Shimra is the dollar burst, which is what the evangelist is after. And then we find out that this is possessed. This dollar burst is possessed by the offspring of Sol, the sacred flame that can lead mankind. He was talking a lot of jargon, wasn't he? He was
lot of cool like chit chat, wasn't it, mate? But basically, Shimra's like they'd consider him like the chosen one, like Anakin Skywalker, mate. Do you know what I mean? You're the chosen one, Anakin, like that type of thing. But
you got to remember though, Tamaki's also there, so something's going to kick off with her.
Mate, honestly, right?
it's just funny.
I must admit, right? It did make me laugh, but Shinra sliding into her tits was funny. But I can't help but cringe, mate, because like it was so unnecessary. Because it was like during this like insanely well animated, awesome like fight scene where he's literally like using his environment, bouncing off the walls to get around him and to get the better of him. And like you just didn't need that scene in it. Like you've taken away from like this awesome fight. Do it after or something when he's going to like pick her up or something. Like didn't have to be in the middle of the fight. Like I was like, come on, mate.
So like I say, Wrecker's talking to her crap, and then Shimmer's like, I've had enough of this. So he goes to flying kick her, doesn't it? He goes to flying kick him. Wrecker punches him, he goes flying, like a power punch in it. Knocks him flying, like Ian said, she flies into like Tamaki's boobs. And then she's like, get off me, you freak. And then he stands up, and then Wrecker tries to punch him like some flame punch again, doesn't he? But obviously Shimmer blocks, and then all the flames like burn Tamaki's clothes off. They stood in there for our fun. That's so funny. And then,
mate, I was watching this. Bear in mind, I just want to say, I was watching this at gymnastics. Like, I was in the little cafeteria bit of gymnastics while Ava, my daughter, was at gymnastics.
Yeah,
and I was literally, mate, I moved away into a corner because I thought, if like another mum or dad sees me watching this, like I'll literally get put like arrested or something because this isn't normal. Like, so I was like, I'm probably not going to watch 5 Force at gymnastics again. I'm probably going to have to watch like Blue Lock at gymnastics or something, man.
And then we have a bit where Wrecker punches him again, and he flies into Mikey's cheek, and he ends up like kissing her on the face, doesn't he? But then after, like Tamaki, obviously, because she's like defeated from what happened before, she kind of like pushes Shimmer's like, you need to defeat this guy because he's, And then I love that sick animation as well after this, where like Wrecker like he takes his coat off, doesn't he? And his arms start burning up, and then like all his like shirts getting like burnt to cinders. And then Shimmer realizes that his mobility is greater than Wrecker's, so he starts using the walls of this like like a warehouse.
Yeah, they're in like it's like a multi-story like building, isn't it? Like
like a derelict building, though, isn't it? Yeah. So he starts using this to like bounce off walls and stuff, and Wrecker's having a hard time. And some of the punches and the kicks that Shimmer does on him.
Mate, it's so good, mate. It's just the animation, mate. It's wicked in it. It's really good. It's just the fight sequences and the choreography and stuff.
Yeah,
they're so sick, mate. Like very good. And I haven't. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of anime that is good, but one of the better ones that do it really well for me is JJK, especially in season 2, and like. It just makes a world of difference when you've got an actual well choreographed fight. So yeah, it just makes it so much better.
I put here as well, like It's the bit where like it's like kind of final kick into it. Like Shimmer does it. He like he goes up to the ceiling, flies down, does like a missile kick on his. He knocks Shimmer clean out. Doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, knocks Wrecker clean out.
Wrecker, yeah.
But I've actually put in my notes here. Viewers, listeners, watch this show. It's so good. The animation for the fights and the fires are so good.
Yeah, I'm loving it, mate. I'm loving it. But you learn here from Tamaki as well that the basically Shimmer's done it, isn't he? Like he's exhausted, and you learn here from Tamaki, like you do with everything. Obviously, he's been fighting for a good amount of time, so naturally he exhausts a lot of energy. But the fire that they make uses the oxygen in the body, so obviously it depletes their oxygen levels quite quickly, and then they get what they call overheated, don't they? Like, because obviously they're really warm. So he's basically done for, isn't he? Like he's absolutely shattered, bless him.
Yeah, and Shimmer questions Wrecker, who's literally like he's got blood pouring out his face or whatever. He goes, "What are you actually after?" And he tells him that the evangelist and his followers want to turn everyone into infernals and return the earth to the great flame. I was like, what a bunch of madheads, mate. Typical mad cult.
Wants to set the world ablaze and make a new star. That's what they want to do. They want to turn the world into a star, don't they?
Yeah.
Lunatics, mate.
That's why he's got stars in his eyes, mate.
Stars in your eyes, mate, yeah. This week, I'm going to be.
But then he starts going berserk, doesn't he? Wrecker starts going berserk. And he starts like... basically his whole body's like being consumed by flame, isn't it? He's about to explode or whatever. And Karim comes in, doesn't he? And he uses his ability to like freeze
Big Flam.
Wrecker. Yeah. Flam, is it Flam Karim?
Yeah,
Karim.
legend, man.
Yeah, he comes in with his instrument, just like freezes a Wrecker, like freezes him, frozen, doesn't he? So
yeah, he's still talking. He's like, look, like the more you produce flames, the more frozen you get, and essentially freezes. Just keeps doing it anyway. He's not listening. Freezes his entire body, and then next minute gets assassinated, doesn't he?
Yeah, this character who. Yeah, so basically he gets sniped, mate. And a sniper in anything, for me, top notch, mate. Like I remember Sword Art Online as well. There's a character in that, Shinin. She's got a sniper rifle, mate. I was like instantly in love with her because I just love snipers in games. And
yeah, but it's not even a sniper, is it? It's basically like a sick flame bow. Which makes it even cooler, bro, isn't it? It's so sick, isn't it?
It's still sniped him out, but like, it's like a big hole in his chest, isn't it?
Straight through his heart, basically. But so there's like a woman and a man on a roof. They look a little bit like Crusaders, don't they, in a sense?
Yeah, that's right,
yeah. I'd say she's got a sick flame bow, mate. Sick flame bow.
But she's popping off, and it's Lee, isn't it? Lee's the other character with Karim. He's there as well, and Karim's about to get his head blown off. That Lee guy that steps in the way gets his arm blown off. I was like,
oh mate, sacrificed himself.
Yeah, so he's got his arm blown off, and then Karim gets Shimmer to like make a smoke screen.
Yeah, he's dead confusing most of the time, but you can tell that he's actually really smart. He's a very good like strategist as well, isn't he? Like he knows what he's doing with the strap.
In the right times, he talks properly, doesn't he?
Yeah.
In the right moments when you need him, he talks as he should.
Less gibberish.
So Shimmer makes this smoke screen. He flies up, sees where the targets are, and then they kind of like do like a threatening. So they use Tamaki's ability, don't they? And then Karim's frozen ability to kind of like pinpoint where they are, just to kind of scare them off.
To make like you say, scare them off so they know where they are.
We know where you are.
We know where you are, mate. Oh crap, we know where we are. Let's go.
And then we find out that Shimmer believes his brother is alive, and the evangelist might know where he is. And we have that Karim joins Shimmer in the search, and Company 8 in the hunt for this evangelist. Did you watch after the credits?
What the
little scene after the credits?
The person.
No,
that's the next episode, actually, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what I'm
So
thinking.
Shinra. Because Shinra's back at Company 8 now, and you find out that Arthur got lost looking for Wrecker. Is that laughing to himself? And then, what's it? Oh yeah, we have another scene with Tamaki again. Obviously, you know what's going to happen here. So she asks for a number. So everyone's loving Shinra now because of what he did.
The legend, isn't he?
Yeah, and Tamaki's Shinra is trying to get the number for Juggernaut off Tamaki. He's like, okay, my phone number, but Tamaki thinks Shinra wants a phone number, so she's all like happy. Was like, yeah, Juggernaut wants your phone number, and then she just like gets mad, slips up, and like her face lands on his head. I was literally laughing. But yeah, just a little bit at the end of the episode, I thought it was quite funny. But everything with Tamaki is always like something going to go off. She's so clumsy, isn't she?
Always, mate. I've not got many notes for episode 12, but
Episode 10.
I meant 10. I don't know why I said 12.
You've been watching more, haven't you?
Nah, I wish I had, mate.
But there's a lot of stuff happens in episode 10, isn't there?
Yeah, like Hibana proper wants our man Shimmer as well. He's been fully kneed in the face by Tamaki, who's instead of being tit sore arse, he's just been kneed clean in the face instead.
Yeah, so all the company captains have been summoned, haven't they, to the Grand Palace of Seoul in Tokyo to speak to the Emperor Raffles, isn't it?
Yeah, Raffles the Third.
But when you hear Raffles, for me, that's the guy who developed most of Singapore, isn't it? It's the guy who kind of brought it to modern day and did a lot for the trade and stuff. I was like, same guy or what?
Same bloke. No, he's Singapore bloke's the second one, mate. Well, basically, they want everyone to join forces, don't they, to try and defeat the evangelists. The same flame in Shinra, the Adola burst, or whatever it's called, is the same flame that powers the entire nation with power. So not sure what the pollution levels are on one of those bad boys, but it's got to be better than our pollution levels currently, hasn't it? Do you know what I mean? But
I like a bit as well. Yeah, the bit you was mentioned earlier about Obama trying to get Shinra. I like our Obi as well. He's trying to kind of win favour over Shinra as well. So I'll buy you as much ramen as you want. It's like, yeah, I do like ramen. And the Arthur's like, yeah, I like it as well. and then Shinra's like, get your own ramen. Or shuts up, get lost again, kind of thing.
Oh, love it, mate. I love Arthur Hardy. He's a legend, mate.
Yeah.
But obviously the guy who we think's the antagonist from the earlier episode, Joker, he's rolled up now too. So after listening, obviously in the meeting, he seems to be helping Shimber in a sense, doesn't he? But not sure if he actually is trying to help or not. But he tells obviously his brother's part of the evangelists and is a knight, so he gives him more fuel obviously for his flames. Mind the pun for finding the evangelists. So he's obviously now he's proper dedicated to just finding these people and figuring out who they are.
When you find out the Adola burst, what Shimmer's got is as powerful as a thermal plant. You're like, what's going on?
Yeah, he's literally
he's a beast, mate.
He could just probably blow up half the country just by self-destructing or something full on electro, mate, Voltorb style, mate.
But we find out some of the captains as well. They want to get Shimra and research him and
experiment on him and stuff.
Experiment on him, yeah. There's a guy with a plague mask, isn't there? That's one of the captains. Well, the guy. Oh, I've got it written down here somewhere. Oh, Company 7. That Shinmon or whatever. The guy who's laid back.
Oh, them two guys that literally don't care about anything.
But they're that Shinra guy's the strongest. The strongest soldier or whatever. I'm looking forward to seeing more of him.
See what happens, isn't it?
He's dead cocky and arrogant and stuff. So he must have a bit about him to back himself.
For them to just allow him to just be a proper full-on dosser like that, mate.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, there's one thing that anime does better than any form of media, and that's depicting food. Food always looks amazing, doesn't it, in anime? Always, mate. Like in those Blue Lock episodes when I was first watching season 1, when they was getting like the dead sizzly steaks and stuff, mate. And in this as well, when they got that like massive banquet, looks unreal, mate. Every time.
Yeah. I like the bit as well. Like, so we find out all this information about Shimmer tells the team. He starts to trust him. He tells the team about the Knights. Sorry, the leader of the Knights is possibly his brother.
Yeah, and obviously like, what Joker's told him and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, but I love the bit where they're all like trying to look for clues through paperwork and stuff. And like Arthur's literally there, like all white, isn't he? Like literally, like fading out into.
He's on death's door, isn't he?
It's that proper board, isn't it? Yeah, it literally like fading, and you see all like things coming off him, like proper fizzling away, like pretty much dead basically.
It's like bubbling away, isn't he?
When you're bored at work, innit, he's there.
He's just on death's door, mate, fully.
But when the food's announced, he wakes up, doesn't he? Comes back alive.
Straight away, mate. Straight away.
Like everyone else does, doesn't it?
It's there, mate. Ready and waiting, isn't it?
And then we have the bit at the end of the episode, don't we?
Yeah, now this is the bit I was on about. You get basically a better look at the evangelists at the very end of this episode, and there's like a young lad with like a really sick looking sword, and he's like sat down. Based on his smile alone,
his face, isn't it?
I'm assuming it's Shimmer's brother, mate. Got the exact same smile as him, hasn't he?
But that sword, mate, it looks so badass, doesn't he?
He looks cool, he does, doesn't he? He looks so cool, bro.
Is he the leader of the Knights for the evangelist, or is he the evangelist?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's what I'm thinking. Because he's sitting on like a throne, isn't he, as well? So, just see with that one, mate. We'll have to see with that one.
I think the evangelist is just like a religion, isn't it? It's like saying, "Oh, I'm into Christianity, but I am the Christian, mate." Well, you're not Jesus, are you, pal? Let's be.
Yeah, but you got like.
Let's be real, mate. You're not Jesus, are you?
the white clad is the that's the religion or the cult, isn't it?
The evangelists.
He's the main boy, isn't he?
It's the knight, #1 soldier, mate, in the heart of America. Buffalo Soldier.
Bloodlock Rasta. Do you want to do another voice note?
Yeah,
and
man.
then we'll go on to the final bit of anime.
All I'm saying is...
You just made the list!
You just made the list!
Oh, thanks. The scroll, as we find that way.
Right. Let's go on to the only romance anime that we've spoke about on this podcast, and that is... This episode was the most romance slice of life episode, like pretty much going.
There's a lot of bonding in between Momo and Okarun in this one.
It starts off, mate. He gets pushed into a classroom by a bully, doesn't he? Bearing in mind, let's be real, right? He's come back to school with like a cooler haircut and that. Like, looks a bit more like a normal lad, like versus a nerd, doesn't he? No one cares, mate. But he's been pushed into a classroom by a bully, then got instantly called a perv because he was on the floor near this girl's desk. Like, I'm not being funny, mate. I've literally just been pushed into your classroom. Like, I'm not doing anything, am I? Like, I'm on the floor being battered. Like,
I didn't slide in to look up your dress, mate. I got through on the floor.
Been launched, didn't it? If my eyes went that way, it was an accident, isn't it?
Yeah, but he's not bothered about the bullies, is he? Because he's got this amazing friend who's Momo.
Momo, yeah. All Momo can think about is wanting to talk about aliens with Okarun, and all Okarun can think about is wanting to talk about ghosts with Momo.
But when I love the bit when Okarun's not thinking about it, he gets a ball smashed on his head, doesn't he? It knocks him off his. It's like, no, it's all right, it's all right.
I love it where they're like, do you want to find out what they eat and if they wear underwear or poop? Like,
yeah.
They're all valid things, to be fair, to want to know about aliens and ghosts. I must admit.
But the day kind of skips over, doesn't it? Like, they're thinking about each other.
It goes through like a little bit, doesn't it? Like, say, and then they're essentially just searching for each other in a sense, aren't they? And then you get this part where I think one of them trips or something and they accidentally kiss or something, and then Momo's mate sees him or something, doesn't she?
No. He trips and hits her in the mouth, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's it. So he trips
my
into
teeth.
her, and like one of her mates sees it and thinks that they kissed, didn't she?
Yeah.
And then she's like dead horrible to him, though, isn't she? She's like proper. Even her mates are like, "Why are you being dead horrible to him?"
But it's towards the end of the episode of this. Like, after all the slice of life stuff, there's some funny bits towards the
Yeah,
end.
so you get this pink girl, the pink girl with pink hair, sort of like, and she's like,
Yeah.
oh, thank you, like, blah, blah, blah. Try to be dead nice to him. And as she's walking away, she's like, I love nerdy guys like that, making them fall for me, and like, they're never going to get me, I'm so good. But like, Momo overhears her, and then like, using her power, she gets like bin lid, like the little trash can lid, or something off top of that locker. It's like a tin.
It's like a wash.
Yeah,
wash
whatever,
tub, isn't it?
whatever. Yeah, tin wash tub or whatever. Smashes her on head with it, doesn't she?
I was laughing about that bit. Because someone was like, where did that wash tub come from?
Where did that come from?
Just a random thing from drops out of the sky.
On the top of these lockers or something.
It's the bit there after this. Like, obviously, Momo apologised to Okuron. And then Okuron's wanted to speak to Momo all day. And then we find out why. Because he looks down when he's on a pee, doesn't he? And he sees he's got no balls. His balls have gone.
He's not even realised his nuts are missing.
But it's the bit where Momo takes Okuron to the house to see the granny. And then the granny's like, why do you not know your balls are gone, dumbass, or whatever? And then Okuron's like, yeah, I saw the shaft, but I was relieved. I was so relieved I didn't check the rest of it. And then Granny's like, why call it a shaft? Like, it's massive. And you're just the size of a pencil. And then like Momo's literally laughing in the background.
She's just literally in bits in the background, and she's laughing her head off, man. Oh, mate.
And then the bit after that where the granny gets this like big fan, doesn't she? And then Okuron's like sitting in this like on the chair like his legs in a bowl. And then the granny smacks him around the back of the head with that fan. And like Momo's just sniggering like and Okuron's like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm trying to get this what's it? Like it's like Turbo Granny's like parts for still inside.
Yeah, there's like
dormant inside.
Spirit in there's like dormant in there. She's like, something's still in you. She starts rattling her, doesn't she? And obviously, yeah, she's finding the spirit hiding in him. They've managed to basically get it out. So she talks Momo through Momo's granny talks her through on what to do. She's like, when I hit it, she's like, when you hit it, I can see it changes colour. So okay, when I hit him, grab it. And they managed to get this out, and she uses like a seal to get it into a cat teddy, basically, which is
talisman. Yeah,
air dry cat, mate.
That's my favourite bit in the whole event. The outro, isn't it?
But Momo's powers are basically getting stronger as well, because she can see like auras through walls and things like that now, can't she? So she's getting better. Turns out basically it's Turbo Granny inside of him. And she's hidden him and robbed his nuts, basically.
Yeah.
Proper love Turbo Granny, mate.
And Turbo Granny's like giving it the big one, isn't she? And then
I was waiting to get my power back, and I was just going to kill a lot of you.
Yeah. And it's like he tells Okuron, he's like, get a knife in the kitchen and kill these bitches. I was like, what?
I'll give you your nuts back if you get the knife and kill these bitches.
But then we find out. So Momo's granny, I don't know her name. I'll do it, Granny. Innit?
Yeah.
She tells Turbo Granny that your consciousness or whatever has gone into the talisman, the cat talisman, but all your powers are still with Okuron. And then they make this deal, don't they, at the end? Momo says, if you give him his nuts back, we'll give you your powers back. And then Turbo Granny's like, I kind of lost your nuts.
He transforms as well, doesn't he? Okuron transforms temporarily.
Yeah.
And it's slightly different, innit? Its transformation's slightly different to what it was before. And he ain't got like the massive teeth, basically, has he? It looks cool, to be fair. I do like his form. But yeah, just a dead random episode, wasn't it? It weren't bad or anything. It was enjoyable. I still enjoyed it, but yeah, they
That
basically
bit,
go on.
that bit with the shaft bit, I was literally laughing at
It's so funny in
It was
this
like,
show.
why you call it shaft like it's massive? You're like it should be a
At your age, it's like a
pencil.
pencil. They've got another mission basically to find his nuts now.
Yeah, it kind of ends. Then the episode ends like, oh, now they've got to find the nuts, but you don't know how it's going to kick off yet. So, but it is funny. It is funny.
It's all shaft no balls, isn't it? This show's basically just all about them finding either his knob or his nuts. Like it seems to be the only thing at the moment.
Yeah, I spent 5 episodes trying to get his genitals back.
Hopefully we're gonna get some more episodes, good episodes anyway, more action and stuff. But yeah, obviously I appreciate it's got romance elements to it, but it just in my eyes I don't mind it. I think it adds a bit more depth to the show because it's not just all like action and stuff. Because those sort of moments actually had quite a lot of comedy to it, don't they? So yeah, I do enjoy it.
Yeah, it's good to have like a mix of it. Like I say, it's
yeah, it's good.
Makes it enjoyable. What do you want to do next?
Let's go save best till last, shall we?
Yeah.
Like a Dragon,
episode 2.
So, as last episode, I've downloaded the game by the way. I just haven't played it yet.
Which one?
Actual Like a Dragon, like the proper Yakuza
the
Like a
RPG
Dragon game. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's on Xbox Game Pass, isn't it? So.
Yeah, because they've got all the other, the original Yakuzas, isn't it? Which is more like beat 'em up kind of thing.
Yeah, I wanted to play the one that this was based off, or closest to, if that makes sense.
Yeah, well, the Like a Dragons, that's like
There's like loads of them.
Yeah, the normal Yakuzas, that's probably more to do with
the show.
The show, yeah.
I'll download them instead.
The original Yakuzas, because that's more about Kiru, isn't it? The Like a Dragon's like about another character.
Oh, is it? I just saw a guy with a tattoo on his back, mate. I thought he looked sick.
Yeah, that's a different guy, but yeah, he is sick. He is sick, but Kiru's more like the old Yakuza games.
Oh, is it? I'll get on them. But this show is very much a video game, like completely a video game. It's like the dialogue between obviously the dragon and the extras in like the clothes shop store was the most NPC interaction I've ever seen, which for a game is fine, but it doesn't quite feel right in a show. It just sounded like one of them like proper like I don't know, like GCSE like school drama performances or something, mate. I was like, what is happening here? Like, do they need these like dead ass NPC interactions?
Yeah, so Kiru gets out of prison. Is like first thing is get a classic suit from the game, innit? So it's got the grey silver suit with the red shirt if you play the games. And when I was watching this, like, yeah, this is an important decision because, like, in games, I spend most of my time getting new threads, like looking at new clothes. I mean, you got to look good for the parts, haven't you? So you look there, like. But I was like, yeah, like GTA 5. I was literally in the clothes shop all the time. I load in online, go to the shop, get some new clothes. Got to look sharp, haven't you? And then you probably go on a mission where you like murder loads of people.
You gotta look sharper than you're walking around using like wearing like a cat head or something like that. That's what my character always had a cat's head on, bro.
But I just love the bit of two guys are like trying to force him out of the change room and just like smacks one of their heads in the glass. Uppercuts the other one, mate. Classic.
Do you know what I really do like about the show is the 95 flashbacks. So you know the 95 flashback where they're cleaning the toilet? And the thing comes out and squirts him in the face with the toilet, like the butthole cleaner. The B-Day bit, yeah. That proper made me laugh. That's like proper something you'd do with your mate, innit? And where they're cleaning the car again. Again, that bloke's in it a little bit with them. It's like, like the boss guy who owns the car or whatever. But again, the dialogue was very like NPC-like dialogue. And it genuinely feels like a video game. Like you're talking to a character, like skipping through the dialogue to get past it, sort of thing. Like that's what it feels like, really bad. But I like the outfits, the hair, just the way the city looks, and obviously the areas around them, and the setting and the scenes. They all seem very genuine, like very 1995. And I do enjoy like the 95 scenes. They are very good.
Yeah, what I like about the show, obviously, like Kamurocho, where it's all set in Tokyo. It's all in the game, mate. That's what you're there all the time, literally running around. The Millennium Tower, which is shown in this episode, which we'll discuss later, that's like a big part in the first game and the other games as well. But I'm just loving that, seeing and all the characters from the games, like the copper who speaks to Kiryu about the changes in Kamurocho since he's been in prison. And yeah, I'm loving it. I'm looking forward to some of the characters coming into it, which I love in the games, which one of them comes at the end of the episode, which we'll discuss as well. But but I don't get too ahead of myself. But yes, we have this bit, don't we, where Kojima, their boss, he wants to be partners in this the Millennium Tower being built, or yeah, he wants to, because he knows that if he gets it, he'll basically rise to the top of the Tojo clan. But obviously, this guy called Edgar, who's got the deeds for the Millennium Tower, he's like, no, not interested, mate, because he knows what he's like. He knows he's a gangster, and he kind of refuses him. But it's that bit with it, is it Miho? One of the girls from
like the home, not the home, but it is like home, isn't it? Yeah, the orphanage, isn't it? Yeah.
She gets murked off on champagne, doesn't she?
She gets absolutely obliterated. I tell you what, mate. Japanese, mate. Dirty gits, aren't they, old Japanese? They love escorts and stuff, don't they, mate? They're mad for a little bit of prostitution, them buggers, mate. Tell you that for free, pal.
But yeah, she gets murked off. I like that guy, the car, is like Shibusora, I think his name is.
Oh, yeah.
Kiryu. Because obviously they refused Dojima, obviously the Kiryu and this other guy work for him. So they go and break into a safe, don't they? And they find the deed to the land and some other goodies in there, that's, I don't know, sweets and cash or whatever. But they find out the seal's missing. And then earlier in the episode, you see that Edgar guy, he passed it to what I thought was his lady friend, but you find out it's his sister. So one's American, one's Japanese. Like, what's going on here? So like, I don't know what's happening there, but so his sister's got this like seal.
You got the same dad, different mum, mate.
Yeah. Dad's been playing around, mate. Yeah, so this his sister's got this like seal, which she's got for safekeeping. But it's the bit where obviously, so they need a seal. Kiryu needs a seal, and his mate Nish and that new guy, they go to the nightclub to find out where that Edgar guy is. They go to the toilet, they see him upside down, don't they? And the head stand in the bowl. With his head in the bowl, toilet bowl, with blood everywhere. I was like, what's happened here then? They must like lifting him up.
It don't make sense, man. I don't know how they've done it, bro. I was just baffled, mate. I was absolutely baffled, mate.
They must have literally lifted him out and just dunked his head in the toilet, mate, and drowned him, and then stabbed him up or something. But he's gone, mate. He has.
Yeah, he's not going back, mate. Ian.
He died the worst possible death as well. I bet someone's had a dump in that toilet, mate, and he's just got their head dumped in it as well.
I've been to enough clubs and bars, mate, to know for a fact there's definitely a turd still in that toilet, mate.
There'd be puke all around the rim as well.
Literally everywhere, mate.
So before the guy died, he literally had the worst taste in his mouth of crap water, and then someone shanked him up in it. But yeah, but then we have obviously Dojima's he batters Kiryu and his mate because obviously they kind of failed, and then they need someone to fix the job, so they get Goro in and his mate. So Goro in Yakuza is one of my favorite characters. Later on in it, he has like an eye patch, which makes him even cooler. But Kojima is the main character in that new Like a Dragon game, the pirate game. He's the main character in it, and he's so sick. He's so badass in the game, and obviously you see a bit of his badassness in this show as well. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing more of that guy, Goro Kojima, legend, mate. We find out that guy, the Shibusora, gets arrested for the murder of Edgar. So he's obviously been stitched up. Kiryu and Nish see it on the news. They're like, yeah, we're probably next. And they're so stunned that the family they've been working for, they've been working through the ranks. They kind of betrayed this one of their own, pretty much. So it's not going on. It's not going too good there. But and after that we have the manga shop incident, don't we?
Yeah. Oh, also, mate, you know when they're in that the safe in that guy's room when they open it up.
Oh yeah.
It opens up literally like in 5 taps, mate, on that hinge. That's got to be the worst safe, mate, on the planet. That has, hasn't it? Literally, like, no, give it here, mate. Give it here, mate. Taps it like 5 times, it's done, mate.
It's 90 safe, isn't it?
Done, mate. Mate, you couldn't even open a fridge in 5 taps in the 90s, bro. What do you mean? What Japanese were good at building stuff, man. That is mad.
Yeah, but they drilled in the right place, didn't they? Yeah, the master. In the bit of the manga, so that these mass people who are causing havoc all the way through Shinjuku and all that, they go to this manga shop to find that eco woman. Obviously, the manga shop's owned by the Tojo clan.
Yeah, at this point, we're back in 2005, aren't we?
Yeah, so it's gone all the time. They're after this eco bird, and then all these like masked, ghost face looking dudes walk into the shop, and the guy gets blasted with a pistol. It's like he got blasted with a doorbell shotgun. He flies through the half of the shop, doesn't he? I was like, what's he?
It's like literally, if you shot him, he'd shot him from my front door at my house. He'd go through the back door, mate.
Yeah, I was like, flipping it. It was like a little pistol, it was like a Glock or something.
Yeah, but that Aiko, like, she's got a daughter now, ain't she? She just looks like trouble. Like the escort / prostitution / rent a girlfriend life or whatever she's been doing, mate, as you'd expect, has like affected her. Like, she's not looking great, mate. She does look exactly what she's doing.
Yeah, so before this kicks off, she goes out to get donuts for her daughter, doesn't she?
Yeah, yeah.
Obviously, all these mass people come in and start causing havoc. They grab people's faces and stuff, like really random, and blast that guy down the shop. And her daughter's there as well, but she hides, manages to get to the toilets.
Yeah, she dashes off, doesn't she?
And then Kiryu's there, isn't he? To save the day. Big
Yeah,
Kiryu.
boy. He finds her, he obviously goes in, finds the little girl to save her. This is the part that got me, mate. Is Aiko's obviously on her way back into her donuts when there's a massive explosion.
Yeah.
Essentially, these blokes blow the manga store up, don't they?
Yeah. Gassed her out, mate.
She's about to do a runner, mate. Her daughter's in there. Potentially got murked off, she doesn't even know. She's about to leg it. She's ready to run the opposite way, mate.
It's like, oh, she's dead now, I'll leave it alone.
Mum of the Year award.
That's running off down the street.
She's running off buzzing like no financial burden, bro. What's that all about, mate?
I'm free again, I'm free.
I've got all these donuts to myself.
2 for 1, brilliant. But yeah, I am enjoying the show. I'm enjoying the aspects from the games and stuff. I've played a lot of the games. It makes me want to play them again, to be honest.
Well, as an outsider, for me, as someone who's never played the games, this episode was definitely better than the first one.
Yeah.
I still wouldn't rate it highly, I must admit. The English voice actors they've picked, mate, are abysmal. Like, they're honestly so bad, it's unbelievable.
I'm watching it.
You have to, mate. I changed it halfway through. I thought, do you know what? I'll give it one more shot. I watched maybe 30 seconds. I was like, this is honestly making me feel poorly. But
thing
like,
is, when I watched English, Squid Game, when I watched that,
yeah,
the woman's voice in it, that annoying woman in it, mate. Oh, mate. Killed me off that, did you know?
bullet to your head, mate, innit? But I feel like they could, for someone that's not played the games, I don't think it's been made for me. Like, I don't think the show's made for someone that hasn't played the games or knows the lore or the story, because it still feels like there's scenes missing to tie things together. And I feel like they could just get away with making it 15 minutes long and making it an hour instead of 45 minutes, and just adding like a couple of extra scenes. And I think it'll make it that little bit easier to follow for someone that's not played the games before. But it's definitely not one of the worst shows I've seen. I must admit, we watched The Acolyte. Well, 3 episodes of it.
It's gone different from what I thought though, because like I originally thought like the first 3 episodes would be 95, Then like the last 3 episodes would be like 2005, but obviously it keeps flipping, doesn't it?
It's just back and
Every
forth, back and
episode.
forth, back and forth.
But yeah, I think I do agree with you. This episode was better. I think we're going to see a lot more fighting now.
Yeah.
Obviously, who's out of prison is the Dragon Dojima in it. But it would be good, mate. I'm looking forward to it. Now that Goro guy's come into it, he'll cause some havoc.
I'll wait and see, mate. Wait and see.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to play the final Geek Sound this week. And here we go. Well.
So we've got one more episode to discuss. One more show.
Do you know what, right?
Podcast.
The Penguin, mate. I saw somebody has put this as the third best TV show they have ever seen. Right?
What was the first two?
One of them was Breaking Bad, and then the other one I think was Game of Thrones. But I saw loads of comments saying like, Penguin at 3 is diabolical. There's only been 6 episodes. This was obviously, there's 7 episodes now. Episode 8's coming out. Mate, I can understand why this would be in your top 5 best TV shows you've ever seen.
Yeah. It's great.
It's insane, mate. It's so good. Like, it's been a long time since a TV show has sort of grasped me in this way, where I'm literally like itching to see the next episode.
Yeah, looking forward to it every week, innit?
And the fact that the next time we talk about this, we're going to be saying goodbye to it, mate, it's heartbreaking, if I'm honest, mate.
Tears would be like coming down the face.
Honestly, mate, I can't. I just don't want it to end. It's so good. I really can't wait for them to start exploring sort of this Gotham and this world more, especially in the way that they've done this. Because, mate, we'll just get into it anyway. We'll just get into it. But this episode, you get a little bit of a backstory at the start with Oz and his brothers and his mum. Mate, this is unbelievable, mate. So it shows them basically when they're all kids, and their mum's like a bookkeeper type thing, isn't she, for like a criminal or something? She's like doing the books and stuff. And Oz is like asking her mum, like, "Oh, should we watch the movies? Do they? Shall we do this? Shall we do this?" And she's almost seems a little bit uninterested until her brothers come in, who are like being a bit ratty and stuff, aren't they? And then she starts playing with her brothers, his brothers, sorry. And he's jealous. He gets jealous, yeah, basically. I can't fully remember the Penguin backstory, but I think in the comics he does murk his brothers off. But I think it's because they've basically tormented him and bullied him all his life. Whereas this isn't like this. They are trying to include him. I think this is pure just him being an absolute nutter and jealousy. I think that's all it comes down to. And you get the scene where they're basically out and about. They have to deliver the books to this criminal bloke. This bloke gives them $50 or whatever. And then they go and play what they call flashlight tag, don't they? They go to this like abandoned warehouse where it happens is the underground cart station. And they climb down this hole, and they know he can't get down there. And they sort of like, they are mocking him a little bit, but it's nothing like harsh, is it? It's typical brother stuff. My brother did stuff way worse than that, and I did stuff way worse than that to him. Do you know what I mean? Like, you just do with your brothers. And he's fully just locked both his brothers in like the basement part of this like
tunnels, isn't it?
Like a catacomb tunnel type thing, isn't it?
Yeah. Underground sewer system, isn't it?
And he's dashed off, basically gone home, sat down with his mum. They're watching a movie, and he's called Top Hat. He's basically told his mum that they've gone to the cinema because the bloke gave him $50, that sort of thing, blah blah. And his favourite movie, like I say, is Top Hats, loads of dancers, which I'm assuming he'll be obviously as the inspiration for his outfit, like proper little like tuxedo over top hat, etc. But then the streets start flooding, and you just hear his brother screaming for help, and the underground bit is flooded, and because he's obviously locked that steel door, he's trapped in there. He's drowned. Like basically, he's moved to both off. Fully done, mate. That, mate.
I was like flipping.
Honestly, mate, that was mental.
Dark,
That
mate.
was what it
Dark.
proper. I was just like, this show is mad. Like, so good, mate.
Just going back to that guy who gives them the money. He's a guy called like Rex, like a top gangster.
Yeah.
And it's Penguin's face when he sees him, mate. He's in awe of him, and he's like,
Oh yeah, proper.
And like Rex has got the cigar, he's got his like slick hair to one side, and obviously Penguin copied his style. As you see later on the episode in this show, you see he's like kind of copying his style with the big cigars and the slick hair. Oops, and like the slick hair, slick hair and that lot. Yeah, so yeah, I thought I'd mention that. But the bit of the brothers, mate, that was grim, mate. That was grim. And it's good to like show the bit of that backstory as well.
Yeah, honestly, the fact that his mum still to obviously modern day doesn't even know, like she genuinely thinks it's an accident, and he's like carried that all his life and not told anybody about what's happened. Like that's mad, into that is.
Yeah. Then we have a flashback to normal. Well, sorry, we go back to normal time.
Back to modern day.
And obviously, at the end of the last episode, we had Vic and his mum dancing, and Sophia's waiting there with like a crowbar. He's fat where they're living. So Penguin gets back to his house where his mum's staying. He finds Vic knocked out on the floor, and his mum's been taken by Sophia. And then Salvatore and his men turn up outside.
Yeah.
So he gets Vic to safety. Then Salvador comes in and he starts.
It's what he says to Vic when he's getting Vic out. He says something like, "Yeah, like get me an army."
Yeah.
But that's the last we see of Vic that episode. So, mate, something big's either going to happen or Vic's just fully done a runner, mate, Annie.
Yeah, so Salvatore comes in with his big
Sal. Yeah, big Sal.
Yeah, big Sal. He comes in with his golf club, starts battering the Penguin.
The thing is, it's Penguin's golf club. Beating Penguin with his own golf club, isn't he?
Just starts battering him with it, yeah. Yeah, so Sophia's got Penguin's mum.
Again, mate, this scene as well.
The dialogue and how the scene how it unfolds. Like we find out that Sophia believes that his mum turned Oz into a monster, but then we find out like his mum, whose name's Frances, is like really ill with dementia, and she gets Julia Russian, doesn't she, to kind of look and talk to Penguin's mum.
She's she like slips into this like dementia thing, doesn't she? Where she's a dementia state where she thinks she's looking for like her son to have died, and again you get this part of Sophia where you definitely don't think she belongs in this world because she feels. You can tell she feels empathy, like she's feeling really bad, like about Oz's mum and obviously what she's going through, and she almost looks like she feels a bit guilty, doesn't she? And you see this very, very human side to Sophia, which that's not the first time or the only time this episode that you sort of see that as well. So
yeah, because obviously, as we found out when Sophia finds out about Penguin killing her brother, she obviously wanted to do anything to get Penguin, like to kill him off. But then now his mum's there. Like you say, she's showing empathy. She's concerned about Penguin's mum, and obviously that's why she gets a psychiatrist in, which is Julian Rush, to kind of look at her and help her. So it's the bit with Big Sal when his men take Penguin back to his lair, to collect the drugs, to take over. And then Sal looks at the map, doesn't he? He's like, "You're like a little sewer rat, you are." Like it's all the little tunnels, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like disgusting down here. But Oz is still chatting though, isn't he? Like he does, mate. He's mentioning how it's the part where he starts mentioning how Sal's wife and son smelt.
Oh yeah, with
Like,
the hair burning and stuff.
mate, it's proper psychological. This is, isn't it? But then you got that top bloke, haven't you? Oz's electrician, mate.
Yeah, steps forward, doesn't it?
Legend. Comes in clutch this episode. Pulls the plug, doesn't he?
Turns the lights out.
Pulls the plug. But then it's what happens after this bit as well. And Oz and Sal obviously start scrapping. There's loads of scrapping involved, isn't there? Like, loads of people are fighting, all that sort of stuff.
Like a bus, it's
Yeah,
like
they go to
bus,
this like little bus, don't they?
trolley, like a trolley into it.
Yeah,
trolley.
it looks like like a cart thing,
Yeah.
isn't it? One of the little things. And Oz and Sal basically scrap for a little bit, and Sal just has a heart attack, and he just dies, mate, on the spot. But then
But I mean, it.
Oz like, he's like, oh, I can't let people know he's just had a heart attack, like. So he starts shouting, doesn't he, dead lad, like stuff at him even though he's dead, and then just sinks like 8 bullets into him, and then steals his ring.
Yeah, he wants it. It's like you're not going down like that, mate.
Yeah, he wants people.
I
Yeah,
destroyed you.
I beat you. I beat you.
Yeah,
He wants people to hear what he's saying, so like they don't just think he's just had a heart attack and like just died off. He wants people to think that like, or know that he's done it. Like, no, I'm I'm the boss. Like, yeah, I'm the boss.
Yeah, I thought that was an important point to bring across. That was. So Penguin rings Sophia to offer an exchange. The keys to the kingdom, as he calls it, the bliss, all of it, it's all operation. It says the throne you've always wanted, and it's in exchange for his mother. And obviously, they both know, Julian Rush and Sophia know that it's obviously it's going to be a trap because Penguin's involved. And Julian Rush like kind of asks Sophia what she wants, and says, "I want to be free from it all." But what most want of all is Penguin to suffer for all he's done. And it's that bit where Sophia delivers the gift to Penguin. So the van pulls up. All the viewers watching this at the moment think Penguin's mum's dead in the back of this van because the music, how the scene pans out, and how it all unfolds. You think, oh, Penguin's. I thought I was like, yeah, Penguin's mum's in the back of that.
I 100%.
She's done. She's done here, mate.
To be fair, funny enough, right? I know we've not got there yet, but in my head, I was thinking if that was me, I genuinely would just blow the place up. Like, it's underground, it's so easy to do. There's only one entrance in and out. I'd have just rolled the car down there with explosives. I wouldn't even warn him. Yeah. I'd have just laid it down, mate, just blew the place up. But
yeah, I did think that when the music was playing, like it's like kind of emotional music. I was like, has she like hung his mum up in the back of the car or the van or whatever? Like that the hangman kind of thing. I was like, but then we find out she did as you would thought. She had put the bombs in the back of this car and literally blew the whole operation up. And Penguin managed to escape because he's a legend, mate. He's a legend.
Sneaky bugger, isn't he?
and he flies down that same tunnel that his brother's died.
Yeah, he falls down it, doesn't he, with the explosion?
Forced down there.
I just want to touch on something else that happens as well. So Sophia's cousin's kid, who she saved from the gassing, you get this other like really, really good scene where essentially says she saw something obviously the night of everything happened, and she did. She saw Sophia obviously with the gas mask.
Yeah.
And she's like talking to her, and she's like, "Look, no, I didn't do it." But basically, Sophia, don't get me wrong, she's a fantastic character. She can't talk like Oz, mate. If Oz was in WWE, mate, it'd be best on the mic rather than The Rock. Easy, mate. Easy, mate, wouldn't he? Like, he's so sick at speeches. But it's where she's like, "Oh, I just want you to know, like, your mum wasn't a very nice person. Like, she got what she deserved. She's a horrible person. Trust me, you're going to find a family that's going to treat you better, and you're going to live a happy life." And then she starts crying, doesn't she? Like Sophia does.
Yeah.
And you get this other thing again where I put Sophia really isn't made for this industry, is she? Like, she's too sympathetic. Like, she's happy. She's obviously the gassing thing's a bit different again in a sense, but she's happy for other people to do the dirty work, and she's happy for stuff to happen like the bombs, and she's happy for all this stuff to happen if she's in a sense like away from it. Like even the gassing, to a sense, she was away from that. She didn't really have to do much for that outcome to happen, and she is. You just see she's quite a sympathetic person to obviously certain cases and stuff, and it's always towards women as well. It's never towards men, because obviously everything her father did, everything was all for women. All those scenes from the past, all related to women. Everything she did was for women's health and like mental health and suicide prevention. And
her mum went it,
yeah, it does. It really does show you this different side to it. And it adds so many different aspects to the character, and it so much depth into these characters. It's just unbelievable, mate. Honestly, it's so well written. I love it. Absolutely love it so much.
And like you said here, like when it's over, like next week's the finale. It's gonna be like when we start watching another show. It's not gonna be the same, is it? It's not gonna.
It's not
to match up to what we've been watching.
It's not the depth of this, mate. Definitely not, mate. It's going to be very, very hard to rival. Like I was saying before we start talking about it, like I can understand why this is in people's like top five TV shows list.
Yeah.
It's just everything's so well done.
Like you said, one of the podcasts, like is it like last week's or the week before? Like Penguin's show is one of the best we've seen in years. It's so good. Like people need to watch it to really understand it as well. Like. We can go on about it in the podcast. Oh, it's amazing, but they need to watch it as well and to understand what we're actually saying. It's so quality. It's quality.
It's going to be winning awards. This is no doubt about it.
And if it doesn't, I'll be stunned.
But basically, this episode's ended, hasn't it? Oz has got out. Oh, you know when he flew down? I was thinking to myself, flew down that shaft bit. Imagine if he saw like his brother's skeletons or something down there. Like, could you imagine? That'd be mental, wouldn't it? But obviously, that investigator bloke or whatever he is sparked him out, hasn't he? So he's going to take him.
It's a cop, yeah.
He's going to take him to Sophia and get it sorted. But yeah, like I was saying, mate, Vic's nowhere to be seen. He's either not coming back, but I don't think he. I think he will, because I think he does care for Oz and especially Oz's mum as well. You can only hope he's got an army together, mate.
You know, it's where Sophia takes Penguin's mum at the end. It's the club where Penguin danced with his mum when he was younger. Yeah, so his final showdown is going to be at this club where they've both been dancing when obviously Penguin was younger. So I'm looking forward to it, mate. Looking forward to seeing what happens.
Honestly, so good, mate. But yeah,
and I'm hoping Sophia don't get killed off, but. You don't know it's actually going to go, do you? So, but Sophia's a great character.
Fantastic, mate.
And obviously Penguin's a great character.
Very, very good.
I was quite stunned that Sal got killed off, but heart attack, what? Too much excitement, wasn't it?
Just the stress of it all, mate. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, the Maronis are very tough, aren't they?
Absolute stress of it all. What have we got next? What are we doing next? We've got Penguin. Like a Dragon, episode 3. Last episode of Penguin. Fire Force 11, 12. Dan the Dan, episode 6. Blue Lock, episode 6. Now...
What do we plan for after Penguin?
Cobra Kai.
Oh, it's back in it, yeah.
Cobra Kai's back, mate.
That tournament, isn't it, as well?
Yeah, man. So...
Sick,
I must admit, I love Cobra Kai. But it ain't going to top Penguin, mate.
No. It's going to be hard to...
I do like Cobra Kai, though, so at least we can have something we both really do enjoy to talk about again.
Yeah.
So that'll take us up. I think we're going to try 2 episodes, aren't we, of that a week?
Yeah.
I think there's only 5 episodes out, though. So yeah, we're gonna we've got stuff in the works. As I say, we've planned up to like 16th of January when we'll be on like Sakamoto Days, mate, and Squid Games will be out by then as well.
I remember the end of Squid Game, season 1. He had a stupid haircut, didn't he?
Pink head,
pink
mate.
hair.
And
I
pink
was like,
hair,
what on
didn't
earth are you doing? Like,
Undercover, isn't he, mate?
you got all that money from the. Oh, mate.
I feel like that's such a Korean thing, though, that is. They love it, don't they? They absolutely love it. But, right, guys, this week, Geek Sound.
It is WWE.
WrestleMania! But, yeah.
So we were talking about this earlier, weren't we? Like, the good old times of wrestling.
Wrestling was so sick, mate. Attitude Era. Go check one of our videos. We've got an older video, a wrestling special, where we do like a tier list of loads of like Attitude Era wrestlers, like from like the early 2000s, late 90s. We talk about obviously like some of our favourite moments in wrestling, and watch it. It's a good episode, I must admit. And I took me and my brother-in-law took my son to go see wrestling on Monday, just gone. At the O2 in London, and it was actually so sick, mate. Like you can appreciate what they do, even though the storylines aren't very good anymore. However, Netflix was there. It's going to be on Netflix next year, and there's no sort of like rules on Netflix that they can't show blood and they can't do this and that. So we might be able to get some of these sick, hardcore Attitude Era like level matches and storylines written back again. So if that does start happening, especially with it being on Netflix, I think wrestling might have a bit of a comeback, to be honest with you.
Like I was discussing earlier, we were chatting about at work, it's like the hardcore matches and the backstage matches are some of the best
ones.
Entertaining, they're so funny as well.
They're so funny, mate. They are. They're hilarious, mate. They're so good.
One of my favourite moments in one of the hardcore matches, like I mentioned to you earlier, like I think it's Raven. He gets on a golf caddy, starts driving off, and then it's like Big Show and Kane are also in the match, and I think Big Show gets knocked out and is in the back of his caddy, and then like Kane starts chasing Raven. It's like they're driving backstage trying to catch up to each other. But I think there's another guy on like fighting Raven as well while he's driving. But it's so hilarious to watch.
It's like I was saying as well, like all the matches you used to get, like when Stone Cold used to be kicked out of the stadium, and it was like pacing back and forth like in the parking lot outside, mate, in the car park. Although on that podcast, talk about it a bit more in depth. On that episode that we did, but like where Stone Cold sees Booker T in the supermarket, so I was matching him in the supermarket. Like I don't think you get that anymore. But it just added so much entertainment to it. It's so good. So yeah, with Netflix taking over, especially for the UK, if you're in the UK or most of Europe, most of the world again, apart from America, I think America are getting Raw but not SmackDown. I think they've still got a bit of I think they're in a contract with SmackDown or Raw, one of them in America still. So one of those won't be sort of like R-rated, quote marks, R-rated. But yeah, they can make at least Raw back towards Attitude Era style. So
I mean, that's what it was made for as well, wasn't it? War is war.
Yeah, it's got to be made. They've got to do that because it's what was best, mate. I feel like it suits it, especially the people that like wrestling. Like that suits a lot of people that like wrestling. That's why they like it for stuff like that. And all the old like soundtracks and stuff like, and they used to the ring walks, always like Disturbed songs and like Motorhead and like always sick songs, weren't they?
Yeah, I remember like the music for like the special events as well. Like Survivor Series and all that.
Oh, mate, we used to get the promos like Creed and stuff.
Bridge. Yeah,
Creed and stuff like that, mate. It's so cool, mate. So sick, bro.
I used to install that stuff back in the day.
Still do, mate. Still do.
But like I was saying, when I was chatting to work earlier, it's like the wrestlers that were back in the day. There, you had like The Rock, Steve Austin, all them, Jericho and all that.
Classics,
I don't think. Do you reckon? I know the wrestlers these days are not as good. They're never as good as.
Rey Mysterio's kid, Dom Mysterio. They could easily make him that sort of character. They've got people that they could easily integrate into that sort of thing and sort of do that. I think one of the biggest things I said was talk to my brother-in-law about on the way down there was how wrestlers look. I think that has a big part because everyone was off their head on steroids, mate, back in the day, and everyone was massive. They were massive, though, weren't they? Like proper big. And don't get me wrong, there's some people in absolute phenomenal shape now, but there's a lot of people that just are not in shape. And I feel like one of the things with wrestling was it was almost like superhuman, if that makes sense. Like you looked at them, you thought they're like superheroes, like they're massive. And I understand we was kids at the time and stuff as well, but I think it adds to like their intimidation almost, doesn't it? Like he's mad. Like they're all like 6'3" and like 240 pound of pure muscle, mate. Like the only person that really screams that to me at the moment who's still in wrestling is Randy Orton. He's a unit, mate. He is still to this day, bro. He's literally had his spine like fused and everything, mate. But he's a unit, mate. He is.
I used to like R.I.P. I used to like Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah, Eddie Guerrero was sick, mate.
Because you know, that phase where it's like lie, cheat, you steal, and I remember getting like pipes from my shoe and just like whacking people on the head, but the referee was like turning his back and just like chucking out of the ring and just like pinning them. But like doing loads of stuff to like cheat and line his way through like to victory and stuff. That was quality. That was.
Yeah, there's a little bit of like when we went to see him. There's like a tag team match and there's 3 of them. One of them stood outside, launched someone into the ref, and he come in big booted one of the blokes cleaning face, mate, while the ref weren't looking, and then jump back out again. And I thought, you know what, I rate that. That's proper like that sort of type of era. But
yeah, I mean, like when you see wrestling live as well, like it's so different without the commentary because you're like back in the day,
it was weird,
like,
mate.
lost Trevor Lawler and that lot. But it is weird. It is weird. I went to see SmackDown like 10 years ago now, but it was good to see Kurt Angle and like Big Show and stuff back then.
Oh yeah, mate.
But it's entertaining. The crowd gets you going and that. Like,
yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I reckon if anyone gets a chance to watch it, even if you're not like going to it live, and even if you're not that into it, just go to it. If the tickets are cheap enough where you are and you can go, just do it because it's just fun, mate. It is fun. The crowds were sick as well, so like entertaining.
Yeah, but yeah. So everybody, you see these t-shirts we're wearing? Check them out on our merch store. That will be in the description at the bottom. There is a sick design on the back as well. Well, you can't see it, but
there is though. Trust us. Just trust us, innit?
One minute, the headphones will come out. But yeah, check it out on the store. We've got a few other designs on there as well.
Yeah, we've got. There's not many designs on there. If people stop showing interest, then we probably will work on some more. But I feel like for how sort of small we are at the moment, it's we don't want to do too much. I just pretty much like designing stuff. So, thought what better thing to design for than this legendary podcast? Do you know what I mean?
This is on the back of the t-shirt, isn't it?
Legendary podcast, mate.
World's greatest legendary podcast. So yeah, check him out. It's got a few designs on there. Got the classic tee in it, the classic Controller Katanas tee. This is the Betrayal t-shirt we're wearing today.
All right, shall we do a discount? Shall we do a cheeky little discount code, mate?
Do it, mate.
I'll do it, mate. Anyone listening to this, use code cheeky10, mate. Get 10% off into it.
Cheeky fun.
Cheeky 10, mate.
I like that. Yeah, so this t-shirt could be yours with a discount. I mean, think about that. What a great service.
Done, bro.
Yeah, so like we say every week, join the Discord, chat to us. We're blasting shorts out every day now. Some are doing well, some aren't. But we're going to keep going. We're trying to figure out the YouTube algorithms. But yeah, we're going to keep blasting these podcasts out. We're going to blast shorts out. But like he was saying earlier, we've got it planned up to January?
Jan the 16th. Yeah, literally all the way up until Jan. And I sort of have an idea after that, but our private Discords just starts looking dead confusing when there's loads of stuff like the plans in there, mate. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah, but yeah, we've got loads planned to come. We're going to do some more gaming stuff. Get a lot of that done. A lot of more anime. So stay tuned, and we'll keep bringing it to you.
Yeah. It's been a
And for
pleasure.
now, that is over. Goodbye, everybody.
We'll catch you in the next one.
Yeah, take care, guys.
Peace out. Love you. Bye.